The drums of war are growing louder in the Taiwan Strait. In the last month, at least 50 People's Liberation Army (PLA) aircraft have entered Taiwan's airspace. The volume of threatening language directed at Taiwan from sources in China, both official and unofficial, has reached a crescendo, and the headlines in the news grow more alarming each month. In the United States, mainstream foreign policy voices are now openly debating whether the U.S. should abandon strategic ambiguity and openly commit to defending Taiwan in the case of an attack, an idea advocated not so long ago by only a radical fringe. The U.S. State Department's approval of the potential sales of air and ground-launched, long-range land attack missiles is a marked departure from previous American policy of only selling so-called defensive weapons to Taiwan. This broadens the options for the self-governing island to mount not only a ground-based counterstrike in the event of a Chinese ballistic missile attack on Taiwan, but would also enable it to disrupt a potential Chinese invasion by striking ports, airbases, and other military targets across Taiwan Strait. The U.S. Defense Security Cooperation Agency announced Wednesday that the State Department approved 3 separate arms packages to Taiwan under the Foreign Military Sales Program. The potential $1.8 billion deal is for 135 Boeing AGM-84H Slammer missiles, 11 Lockheed Martin M142 high-mobility artillery rocket systems, and 6 sets of Collins Aerospace's MS-110 multispectral long-range oblique photography pods. The DSCA notification did not identify the aircraft platform on which Taiwan would use the AGM-84H and reconnaissance pods, but it will almost certainly be carried by its fleet of F-16 Fighting Falcon jets. Taiwan currently operates more than 140 Lockheed Martin-made aircraft, and it has 66 more new-build ones on order. The AGM-84H missile will enable Taiwanese F-16s to accurately engage fixed or moving land targets from ranges in excess of 150 miles using a variety of terminal guidance systems, including infrared homing, command guidance, and automatic target acquisition. The estimated cost of the missile package, which also includes telemetry and training missiles as well as spares and contractor support, is $1.008 billion. Taiwan's potential acquisition of the truck-mounted HIMARS will also include 64 M57 Army tactical missile systems, which come with missiles, radios, resupply and recovery vehicles, tactical data systems, and practice rockets for an estimated cost of $436.1 million. The M57, which uses inertial and GPS guidance and is used for attacking fixed-point targets, has a 500-pound unitary warhead and can hit targets up to 190 miles away, putting within range stretches of China's east coast directly opposite Taiwan. Introducing the M57 into Taiwan's inventory will broaden its land-based options for striking China, an important consideration should its airbases be disabled. Taiwan already possesses the locally developed Xiang-Feng EE subsonic land attack cruise missile with a range of 375 miles, and it is developing the Yunfeng supersonic cruise missile with a planned range of 745 to 1,240 miles. China sees Taiwan as a rogue province and has vowed to take back the island by force if necessary. Taiwan has been self-governing since 1949 when nationalist Chinese forces fled there following the communist victory in China's Civil War. China's Foreign Ministry spokesman Zhao Lijian has criticized the latest arms sales announcement, warning that such sales severely damage China-US relations and peace and stability in the Taiwan Strait. Meanwhile, the United States is stepping up its military presence and activity in and around the small island nation of Palau in the Philippine Sea, a strategic location coveted by Pentagon planners as the U.S. looks to expand its footprint in the region. The past 2 months have seen visits by both the Secretaries of Defense and the Navy, where commitments were offered about more U.S. attention to the country. The President of Palau, Tommy Remengsau, recently handed letters to the 2 U.S. officials in which he asked the U.S. to consider building a new base in his small nation of 17,000 inhabitants. The letter passed to Defense Secretary Mark Esper, and Navy Secretary Kenneth Braithwaite said the archipelago boasts port facilities, secondary airfields, law enforcement training grounds and maritime enforcement and surveillance facilities, which can be used as opportunities to strengthen U.S. military readiness. The ask falls squarely within the emerging U.S. military strategy in the region, which revolves around distributing forces to more places, with smaller footprints than the megabases on Guam, Okinawa, and Japan.